Item number 6, compliance with statement of benefits, personal property for Wabash Castings, 3837 West Mill Street. Tennille, are you representing them?
I am.
Oh, Eric's here. You're sitting with the department heads, trying to blend in.
I know, Rick.
How's it going?
All right.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Terrell?
I noticed on it, there's empty slots for salaries, and so I just didn't know what that was. Just didn't have the totals, or
I can't answer that. Oversight?
You got the employee numbers on there, but no salaries.
So do you need salary for the hourly people or the?
I think it's total, is what it's been. You could get last year's and compare.
Okay. I can get that and have it to you.
Yeah. We'll probably need to do a new form. I think we can go ahead and approve it, subject to those numbers being in. That way we can sign the form and they can get it filed.
Make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the compliance with statement of benefits for Wabash Castings. Roll call.
Dillon,
Aye.
Burrows,
Aye.
Burnsworth,
Aye.
Coin,
Aye.
Pilgrim. Aye. Brewer,
Aye.
Shoney.
Aye.
Very good. Thanks, Eric. If you get that to Shelley, we'll get it signed and get it back. Item number 7, Elks National Youth Week proclamation. And I didn't bring any water, so let's see if we can get through this. Elks National Youth Week 2025 proclamation. Whereas the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks has designated May 1st through 7th as Youth Week to honor America's junior citizens for their accomplishments and to give fitting recognition of their services to community, state, and nation. And whereas Wabash Lodge 471 will sponsor an observance during that week in tribute to the junior citizens of this community. And whereas no event could be more deserving of our support and participation than one dedicated to these young people who represent the nation's greatest resource and who in the years ahead will assume the responsibility for the advancement of our free society. And whereas our youth need the guidance, inspiration, and encouragement which we alone can give in order to help develop those qualities of character essential for future leadership and go forth to serve America. And whereas to achieve this worthy objective, we should demonstrate our partnership with youth, our understanding of their hopes and aspirations, and sincere willingness to help prepare them in every way for the responsibilities and opportunities of citizenship. Now therefore, I, Scott A. Long, Mayor of the City of Wabash, do hereby proclaim the first week of May as Youth Week and urge all departments of government, civic, fraternal, and patriotic groups, and our citizens generally to participate wholeheartedly in its observance. Signed this 20th day of April 2025. Read the result of the rule.
Yes, I am. Does it surprise you?
Absolutely. Thanks, Todd. That concludes new business. Is there other business to come before the council? Questions from the audience? Reports from liaison appointments. Reports from department heads. Scott, you're not smiling.
We had Officer Richardson graduate from the Law Enforcement Academy on Friday. He's back on patrol today, finishing up his field training. And we will have our field day again that I invited you guys to before on May 12th. That is once again open. If any of you would like to attend and observe our scenario-based training, please get with me and get something worked out for you.
What's the date?
May 12th.
What time's that gonna be?
On the books, it's 8:30 to 4:30.
Okay. Anybody else? Did you get day one completed?
We're a little short,
A little short. There's a lot of stuff up.
a lot of stuff out. If it doesn't rain, we should catch up probably tomorrow.
Anybody else? Are there any Title VI or ADA comments or complaints? Our next meeting is Monday, May 12th at 6 p.m. We are adjourned. Thanks, Doug. Okay. Thanks. All right.
Hey Scott, I got a question for you. Did you ever go over to the haunted house and check that out and see what you thought of that?
Drove by.
What'd you think of that?
It's a haunted house.
Is it a haunted house or a slaughterhouse?
It's a haunted house.
So what's with all the kids' severed head on all the whole wall? So everybody, it's just, it's there for the public to see. What, since August? It's been there? I mean, if that was on the main drag, would that be acceptable? But it's all right in the residential areas? Come on. That's the only reason
I'm not sure that's zone industry down there on that side of the street. So.
Well, you called it a home, right? You called that a home, right? A homeowner? When I was in here last 2 months ago?
Homeowner.
You said I can't tell a homeowner what to do with outside their house, which,
Well, I can't tell business what to do with their property either.
well then why do you have a what is it, a zoning ordinance? When their job is to, any nuisances and stuff in the residential areas?
The only person that's filed a complaint about it.
That's because
So I'm
everybody's.
not gonna jump when one person makes a complaint.
Well, I'm not going to go through town and get signatures, but before I did come in here 2 months ago, I went to all the residential homes in that area, and they're very pissed. They were very interested, because I stayed there quite a long time, because when you bring something up like that that's compassionate to them, they were upset because they couldn't even take their kids they live off the road. They can't even take their kids that way because they're all upset because they got to look at their own age's kids' heads on the walls. You don't think that's disturbing? If it was by your house, would it be disturbing then?
I drive by on the street and see it every day.
And you don't think there's nothing wrong with that?
I don't let it bother me.
Well, I'm thinking of the kids and the people.
My kids do in my car with me.
I don't know how that could. How old are your kids?
4, 5, and 8.
Okay, I got a 4-year-old grandson, and that was the first thing he told me. That's very evil, Grandpa. Well, since then, he's moved to Texas. And when I went to talk to these 3 homes right here, they got kids too, and they were very upset. And they were very happy I was coming down here. But I don't think I should have to. I didn't think I should have to.
So you're the spokesman for the neighborhood? If
I
they're
just
that
want-
upset about it, they have the opportunity to come down and lodge a complaint, just like you did.
I didn't want to come down here until I talked to see if other people were upset about it. I didn't know if I was the only one. That's the reason why I went and talked to them. because I really don't like doing that because of what's going on nowadays. But when I did, I stayed for hours. We were talking about it, and they couldn't believe it. The one driveway that goes straight down to the facilities, he's very upset. They got a whole family with little kids and stuff. Those are the ones I'm talking about, don't even want nothing to do with it. And the other ones are just upset because that can't bring your property value up on your home to sell it. There's no way in the world. Nobody's going to buy a home near that. Think about that. And that's my point. I'm not coming down here to... I actually think I got a passion for the kids and the families of my area where I'm at, because they understand where, I understand where they're going through, but when we talk, we are on the same page. But I don't think, if I'm sitting there speaking for them, why do they all have to come down here and it's like we got to get a tally? I mean, I honestly don't.
Okay. You're telling me you're speaking for them unless they lodge a complaint. I don't know that you're speaking for them.
I'm telling you.
The conversation you had.
I'm telling you, and I'm recording it, so I'd be a dumb liar to.
I'm just saying. You're asking me to take your word for it.
Well, yeah, I'm a man. You're a man. That's how it used to be done. Shake hands and take your word for it.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, to me it does. I mean, that's the way I work.
It's not the way. The world's not the same as when you and I grew up.
Yeah, but which one's the better world? Which one?
When we grew up.
Which one we have honor and respect for and all that. That's where I'm coming from. But then when I come here and talk about it, you're not calling me a liar, but
I'm not.
no, I know. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it kind of rubs me in the face that you're telling me that, because you can go up and talk to those people, but you won't. I asked you to drive by there, and you didn't get the same effect. I don't know why, because it really affected me. Mostly when my grandson said that, I'm like, yeah, I never thought of it that way. What are they seeing? That's why I brought it up. That's why I went to talk to him, because I didn't want to be the only person, because it's a waste of everybody's time if I'm the only person. And that's why I went to him. I'm not being a spokesman for him. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one being bothered by it. And I was going to speak to that tonight, but I didn't know. I thought we were having, what is it called, public.
That's questions from the audience.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, well, I missed it. That's fine. I'll come and talk the next meeting, but I just wanted to see if
I'll
you...
have code enforcement and the building commissioner research to make sure that
Sure.
is appropriate.
Because I did research, and it says one of the jobs that code enforcement is to, if something's a nuisance. That's well beyond a nuisance. I can imagine. I understand a haunted house, but you don't leave that on the walls for kids and families to see. That's like, I don't let my kids play video games where they're killing each other
Let me ask you this.
blood and guts
Do you
everywhere.
have a problem with it if it's up for the month prior to Halloween, which is
No,
their business?
totally understood it, but I don't
If I
understand.
get code enforcement to ask them if they can remove those heads
Yeah.
until the business is actually up and running.
Right, and I had no, I knew they were setting up like in August, because they had to set it all up.
Yeah.
Now it's set
Well, that
up.
was their first year.
Right.
So,
So I'm
I
totally,
don't know how they've got them attached, so.
and I'm totally fine with, right before and then take it down so the kids aren't every day seeing that, because I don't know what it really does to them, but I know what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I would really appreciate it if you could do that, and I can go back and tell these guys that, that's what's going to be asked of them, and that would go a long ways.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Totally understand.
I was under the impression that it was going to be open for longer than just 2 or 3 months when they first came into town.
Well, that was a nuisance on the residents too, because if you noticed, everybody was putting up parking. They were blocking all their stuff. So what they do, they come down by me And I'm just like, great, you know. But I dealt with it, no big deal.
And they were running buses from the fairgrounds, I think. They encourage people to park out there and shove them on their bus.
Yeah, Honeywell, right?
I don't know where.
I seen the bus. That was cool. I mean, you know, because people didn't want to pay a $15 or whatever it was for parking.
Right.
So they were shuttling for probably $5 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll have more time to see if we can at least get it off season.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. That's what I'll tell them.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Yep.
Did you apologize? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I did do that.
Did you? Can I come around?
Yeah.
I was kind of listening,
Because I don't know.
Okay.
When are you gonna go down next?
I was under kind of the same impression. The way they've talked, they want to be open all year round. But because they,
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't being, you know, too rushy into it or not. Because when I found out about it, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the other homes because
There was no notice that they.
I want to see if they got the same effect. And they all had kids. Well, they didn't all have kids. One of them don't. But the one that got the driveway going down, did you hear me tell them that? It goes right down, and you can see the building. They have kids. So they were saying the same thing my grandson was saying. So once I got a verification that I wasn't the only one upset, that's when I brought it up. I mean, I wasn't trying to be
what does Scott say? 'Cause I didn't hear
he's going to see if they can set it up a month before and then clean it up like a month after. Because I was the whole time, I'm like, when I came in here, I think it was
I
like
can bring it in so it doesn't get wet.
August.
I noticed how many mattresses are
I
out
don't know,
there.
6, 7 months. And then I'm like, okay, they're not taking it down.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, when they started putting stuff together in August or whatever it was,
Yeah.
the stuff I was hearing was, well, they're going to be open all year round. You know, they had the lights up, and, you know, shit,
Yeah.
all that. But
See, I
apparently,
wouldn't even go. I don't even think I'd be with a year-round thing, because like I told Scott, I said, Scott, put that beside your house and see how you like that, because it wasn't just the lights were cool. I'm watching the lights. It was cool. It was
During the season.
It was no parking, so if they could like get more people to go to Honeywell, because they don't want to pay $15, $20 for parking, so that's why they were shuttling.
oh, I didn't know that.
That works out good because then they're not parking all over our stuff. Because if you look down
They
the
were
road,
parking up and down Chestnut Street.
no, because all the homeowners and everybody blocked it all off with cones and everything.
Oh,
So they just kept coming down.
see, I
They were
didn't-
going farther
I
away.
never went down there. I just went down after you were here because I wanted to see what.
I got
If
the
I
full,
had missed something.
I got the full experience of it. I did, and I didn't want to be. I think when the kids got involved and I seen how it was affecting the kids, that's when my passion kicked in, and I was like, man, I gotta.
So he's going to talk to them.
Yeah, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Okay. Well, thanks, man.
What was the effect did you have when you went by and seen it?
Well, when I went by, I thought, well, Brian's not kidding. I mean, that was my thought. I thought, you know, it is a business,
Yeah.
so they can
Oh, yeah.
kind of technically do what they want, but if they're not going to be open,
I mean, I looked at it like this when Scott was saying that, oh, it's a homeowner owns it. I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. I'm a homeowner, so you're telling me I could put vulgar stuff all over my house? No, because that's why we have code enforcement. And that's why I told him, I said, code enforcement says descriptions, anything that's a nuisance. I think that qualifies. And that was my point. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and you know, close the business. No, I'm not like that.
for modification.
Yeah, some fairness to residents and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, Scott.